Hello and welcome, friends. Let me get the overlay up in just a second. Alrighty, we are here. Welcome to the stream. Um, Big game today. We have the Celtics, number one in the East. Um, we've got some stats here and some quotes. We've got more quotes in today. And we'll kick things off with the stats. We'll get those out of the way first. But Kyrie Irving, we talked about him needing to step up in light of KD's absence. He has done that exceptionally well. He is fifth in the league in scoring with 31 and a half. Pretty crazy that 31 and a half is only getting you fifth, but we see the impact nonetheless. We have the best net rating in the clutch in the NBA, so if it gets to the scenario that, obviously we need to clutch up, then we're probably more well suited, to be in a tight tussle with the Celtics down the stretch. Clax went 3 of 7 in his last game, which is his first game under 50% since basically the second game of the season, which is an absolutely mental statistic. That 41 game streak was the longest or third longest in NBA history. But let's go into the quotes now. First and foremost, the other day Jacques Vaughn talked about Day'Ron Sharpe, and we've had this discussion about whether or not he deserves more time. He will get minutes tonight, 100%, because the Celtics are much taller. And so, look, Jacques Vaughn said, look, Clax is playing well, so the minutes are probably not going to be large, but if he can justify it through his playing time, then it's a really good issue to have. That's what we need. We need a little bit more competition in the center position, so that's key. The way Kyrie Irving has turned around his season and the narrative around him is beautiful. That takes a lot of mental strength, which is something that could not be said last season, but it's good that we're finally seeing it now. He's the leader we've needed, especially in times like this. But, we talk about the team needing to go through adversity. That extends beyond that and, goes... In the case of individuals, it's the exact same thing. Individuals have had their fair share of struggles. So it's going to be a matter of whether or not we can cope with those individually and overcome them. Ben Simmons is another player that comes to mind. Cam Thomas with a little bit of a joke in the comments. Obviously, we know the shit was funny comment that he made, or wasn't funny, or isn't funny, as the reason as to why he doesn't get very emotive. But we saw him smile last game. And, he claims that Kyrie was being a bit of a jokester at the time, but Cam is... I think he's enjoying this little narrative. He said, shit still ain't funny, let's not get that twisted. So, you know what? I like the subtle comedy that Cam is displaying. He is not a robot. He does have human emotions, which is awesome. This isn't even Nets related, but I just found this funny from Legion Hoops. They said, before the Knicks game last night, Knicks-Lakers game, they said, LeBron will play against the Knicks in MSG. He only needs 117 to pass Kareem. Will he get it tonight? That's a great level of sarcasm, but really, why would you even post that? Patty Mills, also a big leader on the team, on the squad, and he basically talked about why this team is growing and coping much better with the loss of Kevin Durant, in comparison to the last. And he said, well, what you're getting is everyone being able to buy into what is being done here. Jacques Vaughn's played a big role in that. I think the team buys into what he offers as a coach. And I think there's a lot more belief in the ability of this team and their ceiling. So that's always a positive. Let me get rid of these, because we've got a few more quotes. We love a good quote. We've got two here. And we talked about Paddy Mills being a leader, and Jacques Vaughan had a few words about that as well. He said, I've challenged him to be ready to play when he's called upon. He's gone multiple games without playing and still works every day. There's going to be a playoff game where Paddy is going to have an impact because he's mentally and physically ready. That should not be restricted to Paddy Mills. Does that say he's probably going to be there come playoff time? Potentially. But I think that's just the mentality is there, and that's the most important thing because we need every single player to be ready to be the next man up, especially with KD out. But in those games where KD may be getting clamped up or Kyrie, the same thing, we're going to need other players to be ready to fill the void. And the last quote was said pre-game. It says that Jacques Vaughan is a little bit worried about tonight with the matchup, and I would say the same thing. Because obviously Kyrie and Seth in the backcourt is fairly undersized, and we're going to have to box out like our life depended on it. He adds that Clax will have to be exceptional tonight on both ends. So we may be seeing another 25-point game Clax or 4 Clax. And then hopefully maybe 3 or 4 blocks to get it going on the other side. Can't hear? Well, I mean, that's really annoying. Where's the mic? The mic is right here. I mean, as I said, I'm going to have to fix it in the break. I'll elevate the volume a little bit more, but I can't actually elevate it anymore. Advanced audio properties, that's fine. Because I am aware this is a problem, but I don't actually know how to fix it. Audio, I mean, I can't really do anything. That's why it's gonna have to be a problem I fix in the All-Star break. But if we talk about this game, yeah, we've got work to do. Fair bit of work to do. Today, it's going to be it's going to be a tough ask, I would have to say. Let me get rid of the box score. We need to show the starting 5 and the injury list, where you can see for the Celtics, they're missing Marcus Smart, but the problem is they got Robert Williams back. And for us, well, we're missing that wing rotation yet again, so it's going to be another colossal task, a tall order to get things done. Especially on the defensive side, I'm not very excited to see our defensive performance today. I think we may get exposed and concede 120, but I have been proven wrong in the past, so I hope the same can be said for this game today. So, not long before tip-off, and a win today would see us be within half a game of the Sixers. Actually, it wouldn't, because the Sixers are playing the Magic right now. So if they win and we lose, they're obviously going to go a game further ahead. If they lose and we win, we bring it in by a game, you know. So it's going to be an interesting match today. I mean, it'll be interesting all around the league. And then there's been a couple games which have been postponed for weather purposes. For example, the Wizards-Pistons game isn't going ahead because I think the Pistons can't get to Washington. And I think the same dilemma is occurring for the Mavericks game tomorrow against the Pelicans. I don't think the Pelicans can get to Dallas today, so they're going to have to go in to New Orleans. Dallas are going to have to go into New Orleans and leave New Orleans on the same day, which is going to, bit of a physical burden on the body, but, is what it is. We're winners of 4 of our last 6, which is something that you could not say last season. With KD out, because we only won 5 of our 21 games. So this is a really good run of form, and this is exactly what we needed to stabilize. Last season, it was a big issue. We couldn't stabilize for our life. But yeah, this is, still 12 games above 500. And Kevin Durant's been out for just under a month. is an excellent sign. What's up, everyone? If we can somehow get up to date, it will be a miracle. I don't think it's a miracle. I don't think it's completely out of the question, but I do think that it's going to be a tall order. So, we're winners of 4 of our last 10, but we're winners of 4 of our last 6. So we're riding a good wave of form. And we've got some tough games ahead. You can see to the right of me, those are the games going into the All-Star break. Aside from one, after the Knicks, we play the Heat, and then there'll be an 8 or so day break. Make sure, if you haven't already, to vote for the mid-season awards. There is a link in the description to link you to that. It will take 5 or so minutes. I guarantee you can probably get it done before the game even commences. So if you want to put your votes in for the fan awards, then make sure to do that, the mid-season awards, and we'll do one for the postseason as well. But yeah, big game. Alrighty. Game should be underway in just a couple of minutes, so brace yourselves. But I'm actually excited. Well, the last 2 games that we've played, the first 2 games this season, the matchups, we've lost by 11 both times, number 1. And number 2, we have lost in pretty much the same fashion. I think we've been in the game for 3 quarters, and we've been pretty level, but it's always been 1 quarter, which has been the difference maker in all this. And that's ultimately gotten them the win. So we've either fallen behind earlier and never been able to catch up, or have held up for long enough and then, the floodgates open and we lose out. So here we go. I hope you're right, but apart from Clax, I can't see anyone stopping the Celtics from driving. Well, I think Utah is going to get extended run. Dayron's definitely going to get another run. Yeah, Utah and Dayron are definitely going to get more minutes. Will Patty and Cam get more minutes after their performances the other day? I would say they're both going to. You have to run a similar rotation you did. It is going to require, though, Joe and Royce. We saw last game their performance was pretty abysmal. But tonight, they're going to need to be on the floor 30-plus minutes. The other day, they didn't get much exposure because they were, fairly a liability. Pretty much a liability when they were on the floor. They couldn't shoot. Defensively, they were getting run off the line way too easily. And we can't afford that. Because, obviously, the wing depth is non-existent tonight. So those 2 in Utah are going to need to perform. Cam can be on the floor, but defensively he's not going to hold up. That said, the Celtics, you possibly could afford Cam to play. I don't know. So they've got Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Horford, and Williams starting. Grant Williams off the bench. And with Marcus Smart out, that is why Derek White has got the starting point guard gig. So here we go. 12 minutes. Well, not 12 minutes. 48 minutes to get the job done. It's going to require us to be switched on for all 48. Kyrie averaging 31 and a half since KD went out. And we're going to need to see similar output in this game. I think it's going to be an offensively minded match. If you're betting on points, you would go over 240. I feel that could be a terrible prediction. But yeah, I mean, given how the offensive performances have been when these 2 teams have gone head to head, no one has scored more than 110. So don't be surprised if it's a tough, gritty kind of game. The tip is won by Boston. So, Brown picked up by Joe. That'll be the assignment. Clax guarding Tatum. Curry picks up White in the corner. White spins. Air ball. Good defense, Curry. That'll be the assignment, you would assume. Royce to Kyrie. The acceleration. He's held up by Williams. He gets to his spot, and the 2 is off. Clax with the board. The kick out. Kyrie kicking it around the perimeter. Joe for 3. That's off. And that's a good commencement to the quarter. Don't know about me. I'm Tommy T. Thank you for subscribing, my friend. Williams. Excellent extra feed by Brown. And they score off the little cut by Williams. The extra pass was smart by Jaylen Brown because he was contested at the basket. But, oh, this is going to be a tough task. Joe, going to drive, kick out to the corner for Curry. Back out to Joe. Nope. He's not going to shoot the 3. Kick out to Royce on the wing. Catch and shoot 3 is off. So Tatum with the board. Early going first quarter. First 2 shots have been 3s and we've missed twice. Tatum, strong finish at the basket. And he scores for 2 over Clax. So 4-0 Boston. Kyrie. Joe. Kyrie is a wide open look. That's off. And Horford with the board. Brown. 3. Got it. And just like that, it's a 7-0 run to kick things off in this game. And the Celtics have been on fire out the gates. Clax looking for a handoff. Kyrie, extra feed. Royce is wide open and he knocks it down. He don't disappoint. And you sense that is going to be the kind of treatment Kyrie Irving receives. A bit of blitzing, forcing the pass. And there's going to be an open man somewhere on the court. So we've got to exploit that. Horford's on Kai. Excellent work by Kyrie. Horford missed it. Williams with the putback too. And Kyrie did exceptionally well. He was picked up by had to pick up Horford in the post. Held his own. But unfortunately, there was no boxing out on that possession. So 9-3. 3 minutes gone. Kyrie to Royce. 3 again. Oh my God. Early on, the defense has been shithouse. And the offense. Tatum with an excellent move. The cross had Joe on ice. And, yep. Rest was history. Kyrie tries to shake and bake. Kyrie hits back iron on the 3. And we have not driven to the basket once in this game and taken about 6 threes. Oh my Lord. The Celtics are on fire in the opening 3.5. Jesus Christ. Jaylen Brown. What a move. What a move. I believe it was a behind the back, step back 3. Well, simply put, to kick things off, I mean, we can go to the box score and, you know, I won't be anywhere near surprised with the reason we're down by 11 early on. That was an excellent move by Brown. So smooth. Glided through the air. But, if we see the box score, let's get rid of the that stuff. And let's go to... Let's have a look at the box score, nice and early. National TV game, of course, so those who have decided to tune in here, as opposed to the ESPN commentary, thank you for tuning in. But this is the problem. In 3.5 minutes, we have jacked up 6 threes already and made 1. And those threes some of them have been, like, pretty high percentage. We've had, you know, a fair bit of space to get it over the top. But the problem is, well, yeah, that shooting is not going to win you any games of basketball. And inversely, Boston are 6 of 10 and have made both their threes. And they've attempted 4 less threes and they've made 1 more already. So it's pretty simple. If I'm trying to explain why we're down 11 already, it's simply because the shooting is poor and the defense is not very resistant to what Boston are trying to create. I guess that's the correct word. It's just been smart by them. They've taken threes sparingly, but some of them have been tough looks and have just been down to offensive skill, but they've had a couple second chance opportunities. And yeah, it's just been fairly abysmal today. Joe and Royce just got completely blown by on the Tatum drive, and it was, well, Royce had Tatum in front of him, so we shouldn't have just allowed him to breeze past. It's so typical of our plays to go with the try to strip the player of the ball and try to get a steal, but quite frankly, I don't think the Boston Celtics are gonna be that prone to giving the ball away from that specific avenue, if that makes sense. Damn, so the first 3 games with our KD, we had the worst 3-point percentage, but then the 7 games that have followed, we've got the best in the NBA. The best 3-point percentage. Also, a franchise record in this stretch. We've scored 120 in 5 straight, and this was without Kevin Durant. That's staggering. We've been able to hold up our offense significantly with your boy not even in the team. So Curry's going to get a mid-range here, and that's short. Once again, a mid-range too we're settling for. Derek White, oh, that is fucking shit. Where was the rotation there? All this finger pointing just allowed Derek White to take it all the way to the cup because no one picked him up. Clax with the roll. Curry with the pass to Royce. Now Kyrie in a one-on-one. Gets past Williams. The kick out to Curry in the corner. 3 is off. Far out, dude. 7 threes in fucking 4 minutes. Brown trying to shake and bake. On the wing. Picked up by Curry. White. Back to Brown. Brown. Cross. Mid-range. Short. Royce with the rebound. So 16-3 early going. We've had a lot of open looks. Kyrie has done well to facilitate the. It's fairly disappointing that we haven't knocked down the shots, and once again, the Celtics are on point defensively. Royce with the drive, Williams on the back shoulder, and with the we swatted it, and unfortunately Royce's foot was on the line, so it's going the other way. Shaking my head and can't even get a stop. Well, we can't get a stop because we can't score. Tatum in the paint, off the window, that's well off, but Royce yet again, way too high and out of reach. Robert Williams is always going to get there first with that wingspan and the extra height. Kyrie to Joe, gets into the paint, the kick out to Royce, and now Kyrie up top. We're down 15 and in an early hole. Kyrie, one-on-one with Horford. Cross, 3, off. It's just brick after brick after brick after brick. 18-3. We've shot about 8 3-pointers. Tatum for 3. He got it. How is it this bad already? We're down 21-3. This is cancerous. 1 of 8 from the outside. And the Celtics haven't missed. Curry into the paint. Doesn't shoot. Clax, good post move. And he's been fouled on the hook shot by Williams. So, we haven't done that like at all in this game. Taken it into the paint and tested. Unfortunately, we can't have 5 Nick Claxtons on the floor. If we did, we probably would have stood a chance with, defending this team. Clax scores our first free throw, and it's nearly been half a quarter, and we've made 1 field goal in the entire quarter. Because of the offense lacking so badly, it has meant that the defense is just as bad. Joe goes to the bench. Pretty disappointing start, I have to say, by this starting unit. Clax is probably going to play upwards of 35 minutes. And Clax is going to get the benefit of another lane violation. The Celtics wanting to get into it very quickly, but a little bit over-eager, so it will be another free throw for Clax. And, I mean, at a time where we can't even buy points, getting, these let-offs are going to be huge for us. Especially being in facing such a large deficit. Clax, even though he got the second chance to make the second free throw, could not convert. So we are on 4. Tatum. Gonna drive. Kick out. Horford wide open. It is a 20-point game because they haven't missed fucking anything. Jacques Vaughn hasn't called a timeout. Frankly, I don't think a timeout would do anything. Clax into the paint. Good move, but the layup was off. He didn't get the angle. Tatum in transition. 5-on-4 the Nets way. Horford, the kick out to Tatum. And now Brown gets back into the play. Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me? How the fuck are we like this? They haven't missed a 3, dude. Oh my life. I didn't think it was going to be this bad this early. Kyrie for 3. Finally! Do we get a Bronx cheer after that? Because seriously, that was hopeless. 9 threes attempted already, and that's what the Celtics do to you. Excellent passing. Tatum's got it again. They've scored 30 in fucking 7 minutes. And we've scored 7 in as many. Kyrie bounced past the Clax who was trailing. Air ball on the hook. Horford stood his ground, and it's a 23-point lead. You can't make this up. How the fuck are they still going? Another 3. 26 up. And Shark hasn't called a timeout. What did I say pre-game about predicting or betting over 240? We're going to get over 240 because the Celtics have scored 180 at this rate. 33 to the Celtics already. They're on track for 50. This is absolutely outrageous. They've scored 6 threes without a miss. Curry, Cam, Dayron's in the game with Clax. Cam, step back 3 with 2 to shoot. It's off. And it's going to be Celtics ball. A good box out there. Clax at one arm pinned. So we've got Clax and Dayron in. Quite frankly, I don't think you could lose out on this. We need more size. Tatum. Cross. Into the paint. Tatum with the flip. They can't miss. We don't have anyone that can stop them at this point in time. 35-7. I'm not even mad because they've, fuck me. This is a joke. Kyrie, good move. Alley-oop, Clax. That's pretty routine for the Nets. But we're going to need to see a lot more of that. In 1 quarter, the damage has been done. Brown doesn't shoot the 3 after the hesitation. Oh my fucking god, dude. Are you serious? 2+1 and Dayron draws the foul or picks up the foul. We're down 28 in 1 quarter. They can't miss. I can't even be mad. They're making fucking every single shot. Granted, they wouldn't do this in any other game, but you've got to get Utah in early. You have to play Utah with Clax. I don't know why he's on the bench right now. We've got Cam, Kyrie, and Patty Mills on the floor right now. Alongside Dayron and Clax. This is the weirdest lineup I've ever seen. Kyrie stops, pulls up a 2 and got it. So the only thing that Dayron could be good for is getting offensive rebounds, something we're going to desperately need if we can't get stops on one end. But Jaylen Brown made the free throw on the other side. It's a 27-point lead, Boston. Brown picked up by Sharp on the outside. The three by... Oh, my... I am just... Honestly, they're stuck on automatic. They haven't missed one of their 8 threes now. You literally can't make this up. Kyrie's getting doubled. Into the paint, scores the 2, falling to the floor. Oh my life. Brown! Oh my jeez. That's when you know, like, it's... What the fuck was that? That's when you know it's your day. Jaylen Brown pulling up for heat checks, and you don't even get punished for it because Kyrie just throws it out of bounds, looking for Patty Mills, who's 2 meters to his right. So, or 2 meters to the right of the pass. So, oh my god, I just need a little bit of a break from that. Seriously, 41-13 in 1 quarter. Smart game plan, endless pathetic 3-point attempts, so let's just keep doing the same stupid shit. Well, the threes are presenting themselves. That's the thing. And we haven't knocked those threes down. And if you're conceding 41, well, we probably could have done with 3 or 4 more threes. But look at the box score for Boston, dude. They're shooting 89% from 3. They've already got 16 rebounds to 4. We're shooting it completely abysmally. We've got 5 less shots. We've made 6 less threes. We have made 11 less shots overall. What do I even say? Kyrie's taken 7 shots and been the most efficient, but even... Like, what does one even say? What does one even say, dude? I don't even think KD... Well, to be fair, KD in a game like this, like, the switchability is better. Ben in a game like this, we probably... You can slander Ben all you want, but Ben was a player we needed in this game. Clacks haven't hold up the fort. Is an incredibly tough ask against any team, let alone against the Celtics. So, Nets must be worried about the lead. I don't know what... That doesn't make sense. But you are right about us not even, like, testing the interior. Like, we haven't really shot the ball on the inside. We've taken more threes. We've taken 10 threes. We miss a lot. They don't miss. What the hell? Well, yeah, if I wanted to sum it up this first quarter, well, then I would say exactly that. Because that's all it's literally been. We've missed a crap ton. They haven't missed it all. And we're paying for it. 28-point deficit. The only positive I can take out of this, it's been an abysmal quarter. And it's also been an excellent quarter by the Celtics. They are scorching. But the only silver lining is that it's happened in the first quarter. It's going to be a monumental task from here with Kyrie and Clax, the only 2 clear options. But Joe, Royce, Seth Curry, they need to deliver. First quarter, they've been utterly useless. I don't think they've made a shot. This offense ain't going to last forever. Well, I could have said the same thing 5 minutes ago, and here we are. So, Celtics got the ball on the side. Utah's in the game. Patty, Kyrie, Dayron, Cam rounding out the 5. Boston have got Pritchard, Cornette, and Brogdon in the game with Grant Williams and Tatum. Kick out. Brogdon gets past Dayron. Extra feed. Cornette. Foul +1. And this is why I love Dayron, but this is why Dayron doesn't get minutes. Because that's the second time he's fouled, and it's been the exact same way he's done it. fallen for the pump fake and fallen into the defender. All they need to do is initiate a little bit of contact, and it's an easy foul. So Cornet makes another free throw. They've scored 44 fucking points in one quarter, and we're not even done yet. Largest first quarter deficit in human history for the Nets. Kyrie from way downtown, that's off. And another Celtic rebound. We haven't been down by more in a first quarter. Tatum, oh my god, Cornet nearly with the one-handed alley-oop score. Kyrie with the Euro, he just passed it away. Dayron with a poorly timed run, and now Paddy did well to pick the pocket. It's a 4-on-1. Dayron missed the layup, and we're going to get shots, but Dayron's got to score that. The Nets need more dogs. These guys are soft. They need to hit the weight room. It's not even a matter of hitting the weight room. They've got to fucking stop, giving away threes. That doesn't even come down to being strong. It just comes down to being smart and being intelligent and not giving these guys wide open looks. But it's so difficult when all your defensive anchors are sitting on the sidelines when you desperately need them. Sumner's in the game for Kai. Will the offense look better with Kyrie off the floor? Because he's taken a lot of threes, Kyrie, and not at a good efficiency. So Cam will be probably the offensive leader with the bench. Sharp misses one. Tatum going to bring the ball up. I mean, you might as well rest your starters at this point if you're the Celtics. Tatum for three again. And this time he misses. Cam with the rebound, and Grant Williams was there, ready to swoop at any mistake. Cam in a switch. Cornet guarding on the outside. 1-2 with Utah. Cam doesn't shoot the three. Paddy, drive down the middle. Extra feed. Dayron with a two. The two-handed jam, and that's a smart play by Paddy Mills with the extra pass. Identified. He'd brought enough attention, and Dayron with the excellently timed run. So Brogdon, one-on-one with Cam. Good stop by Brogdon. And he missed it. Cornet with the bat out. Far out, dude. We need to secure the glass. Oh, my God. Brogdon. Dayron Sharp once again fell for it. And Cornet, sitting by himself unattended on the baseline, scored for two. Paddy for three. He missed it. No one can fucking score in this game. We're down 30. They're not being physical. The Celtics are physically beating them. The C's aren't there to shoot because what's the consequence? Well, yeah, that's a great point. Great point you make. We have not punished them one bit. They've been very, very comfortable. Oh, my God. Tatum with the cross. The three rimmed out. And it is off. So that is the first quarter. Fucking hell, dude. What a damn quarter. Far out. Bloodbath. You can say that again. You can say that again. By the way, you were dope at this. Thank you, my friend. Welcome to the stream if you are new. I believe you are new, so welcome. If you are enjoying the stream, everyone, make sure to share your thoughts. Drop a like and subscribe if you are new around here. We will be doing streams all the way to the All-Star break, and then beyond that, it's a bit of a question mark. But I can guarantee the short term. So if you do want to do that, then go ahead. So yeah, 46-16 the score at quarter time. I don't even want to look at the box score. We're not going to do that. We're not going to put ourselves through that pain until there's something worth looking at. So I used to complain about 30-point quarters. Well, now we're complaining about being down 30. It's not about conceding 30. It's about being down 30. And quite frankly, you might as well throw in the towel and say that's about it. Yep, Caden, I would say the same thing. Forfeit, yeah. Honestly, save the energy for a few days' time. But we've got a 3-day break, so this might be the first time you start the chant at quarter time. I may actually have to do that. And I've I'm so used to doing it at the back end of a game in the clutch that I completely forgot about it when they scored 8 consecutive threes. So, oh man, I don't have any words. I'm not sure if Ben is really hurt or not, but they could use his defense on Tatum and maybe getting his guys good looks. Well, yeah, that's what I've said. Like, I mean, Ben has gone his fair share of criticism, but in a game like this, he would be awfully handy for switching. Instead, the minute Clack switches onto whoever, that either leaves us incredibly undersized so we can't box out, number one, or number two, it means that someone else is going to be on an island. So, for example, Clack's guarding Tatum. He's going to have to pick up Tatum on the outside. But if he hypothetically switches in the pick and roll, that's going to mean that we've got, like, Cam guarding Tatum. And if Clax is on the perimeter picking up Tatum, well, then we don't have anyone on the interior to box out. So that is where the issue lies. We don't have any versatility tonight. And that's why playing someone like Utah from the get-go would have made a lot of sense. But quite frankly, I think it's fair to say we're being punished. It was flagged by Jacques Vaughan pre-game. We actually looked at the pre-game quotes and we saw that, Jacques Vaughan identified the Curry and Kyrie backcourt could be a problem in containing Jason Tatum. How did the Knicks beat the Celtics? Well, they had more size, for starters. They had a stronger lineup, I would say. But our method on the offensive end hasn't been it. We've got to drive it more. Taken way too many threes. Mills in the mid-range. Like, that is a rubbish shot. Pritchard accelerates and excellent. Off the window yet again. Look at that. We had 3 defenders watching Pritchard and he's blown right past all of them. Cam with the floater. That's good. But, like, they're just hungrier. We were way too slow to even identify Pritchard was turning on the Jets. 15 fast break points for the Celtics, and half of them have been pull-up threes in rhythm. White on the outside to Williams in the corner. That 3 is right. I can't believe that. We had 4 plays under the basket, and Robert Williams wins out over Dayron. How? Sumner into the paint. The Euro, Pritchard did well to keep in front, and another miss forced. Brogdon. Good screen set. Dayron in the switch. And now, Williams had Mills under the basket on him, and then we don't rotate. Oh, for God's sake. Nothing is going right, dude. We literally haven't done anything right in this game. Anything. Cam gets to the basket. Foul +1. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. It's going to start on the defensive end yet again. We basically have to string together like 3 10-0 runs across the course of the game. That's how we're going to ultimately get back into the game. And also keep level with them at every other point in time. So, Royce in. Seth Curry in. Joe Harris about to check in. So, Cam. Free throw is good. And so, we're down 31 in the second quarter, dude. If we concede a bucket on this possession, the stop chant is getting employed. An early appearance. Oh my God, Cam. Fucking rotate, dude. Like, that's just abysmal by Cam. He's not even awake. Completely ball watching. Cam with the step back 3. That's, oh my God, he's banked it in off the glass. He didn't call bank. He didn't mean it, but he scored it. Oh, Excellent score by Brogdon off the window. Go Celtics, I'm a Celtics fan. I like the change. I probably need to do the same thing. Cam, ball fake, mid-range, got it. So the offense is actually flowing with Cam in the game. I wouldn't send him off for the entire second quarter. Brogdon, picked up by Curry. We're going to take foul on the floor as Brogdon tried to take it down the middle through the lane. Don't give up on the Nets yet. Well, I think it's a bit difficult to do that given we're down 28, but there is a long, long way to go. The Celtics have 3 strong wing. Wing two-way players. We have none. Well, yeah, we don't have the personnel. That was already flagged before the game, but we're getting spit roasted. We're getting burnt alive. Williams for 3 off the catch. He's off, and Clax gets the rebound. So it seems like the only let-off is through Grant Williams, who's missed a couple threes. Kyrie maneuvers into the paint. Clax the kick out to Curry. Good ball fake. Mid-range wide open. He got it. So did Cam go to the bench? Kyrie, Clax, Joe, Royce, and Seth. The starting 5 back on the floor. Why is Cam still or not in the game? Brogdon forced into a pass. Brown. That is shit. Royce is so poor. Jaylen Brown just allowed a blow right past, and he's supposedly supposed to have him on clamps. I'd rather have Joe on him. Kyrie off the window, he scores for 2. So there's just been a bit more of an emphasis on driving to the cup. And if that's not on, then we kick it out and reset, or shoot the 3 if it's there. Derek White. Jaylen Brown, picked up by Clax on the perimeter, meaning Joe's going to have to box out Robert Williams, but it didn't matter because Jaylen Brown is on fire, and he hits the 3 in the face. Kyrie to Joe. Corner for Curry. Curry down the middle. Kick out to Joe in the corner. Picked up by Brogdon. Clax. Hand off to Joe. 3. Let it fly. Got it. The offense is better in this quarter, admittedly. We've already scored more than we did in the first quarter. Brown lost the ball, and it's going to be a foul on Clax. Will be shots as well. But, yeah, the problem is the defense. The defense is very suspect. We can agree that this game is dead, but don't switch to a Celtics fan just yet. Yep, well, I mean, at this point in time, I need a bit of a voice of reason, and you're providing it, so thank you very much, Jacques. I need it. Because right now, it's incredibly easy to question being a Nets fan at this point in time. Brown missed the first free throw, and that's yet again another let-off that we're going to need. Brown, second free throw is short. He comes up empty. So Royce going to facilitate. Kyrie is going to get the handoff here if we can get it to him. Nope. Clax will receive. And now Kyrie gets it at the top of the key. High screen Clax. Kyrie shows the ball. Oh my goodness. Split 2 defenders and the floater was good. And the lead's down to 24. So Brown to Horford to Brogdon on the outside. Drives on Clax. Kick out now. Brown, Royce, I swear to God, if you let him get past you. Royce does better that time. The kick out is created, and White is short on the 3. Kyrie, behind the back. Euro doesn't make the 2. He had Seth Curry in the corner. I like, though, just putting his head down and trying to make shit happen, but if we're going to get punished on the other end with a 3, then yup. We've actually shot the ball at 73% this quarter. The problem, the Celtics are still shooting at 64%. Royce, Curry, 3, off. He had Joe for the extra pass. He didn't give it to him. And yet again, another miss. Brown gets rid of Royce. Corner. And Horford's off on the 3. Joe bats it to Clax. And we will exceed the halfway point of this second quarter, having made barely any inroads on that huge deficit we're currently facing. Curry. Royce, Kyrie, Joe in the corner. Gets it back out to Royce. And now the handoff to Clax, the 1-2. Curry in the corner. Drive down the middle. Step back mid-range. Edge of the paint. He got it. And it's back down to 25. I'm not actually mad about this, surprisingly. I still believe the Nets can win it all, only if Sean Marks does his job. Oh, Clax, please. Thank you. Okay, we force a steal. I will respond to your comment in just a second. Curry. Come on. Curry one-on-one with Horford. Kick out to Joe. 3, no hesitation. Got it! And they're going to call a timeout with the deficit at 22. So, we've scored 23 this quarter. So, we stunk in the first quarter on both ends. The offense is lifted. The defense is still very suspect. But, if we're going to get back in this game, offense is going to be key, obviously. We've got to outscore them by 22. Hope KD chews them out when this game is over. Well, yeah, he will probably give his 2 cents, I would say. Look, Sean Marks, I think we only need to do 2 moves, if any. We need a big, a backup big, a proper big. Probably going to be Naz Reid. That would be the most sensible pick, I feel. Wouldn't have to give up much draft capital or players. And then, in terms of wings, you know, if you want to take a risk, Reddish, because he doesn't get game time, but I feel he still has potential, he just hasn't been used right. And, yeah, there's no confidence in his ability. The second player is Josh Hart. He's very undersized, he's like 6'4", but his rebounding is some of the best in the league for a player of his size. Probably... he's the best rebounding small forward, I would say there is. And he can do a bit of everything, make a few corner threes, and defensively is good. So, he would be a good, like, someone you could bring off the bench, or you could start him as well. And he would hold his own. Like, he just does a bit of everything. He's a player I actually really like. When he was suggested, I really like the idea. Gary Trent is another good piece. I have seen that one floating around as well, and he is a microwave scorer. He's a good defensive player, but he's been in a Toronto system, which is, like, they pride themselves on switching, so he would be a good fit. And yeah, he can score a capable 20 points off the bench or in the starting lineup, whatever you want to say. But I feel like you need to give up a little bit more in order to get him in. Yes, I think that's, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah. Okay, so, 5:23 to play in the second. Lead sits at 22 for the Celtics. Too many small guards. I just feel like Josh Hart can get 10 rebounds capably. Seth Curry, I don't even think can get 3 rebounds capably. Cam Thomas probably can't get 3 rebounds capably. Sumner can't get 3 rebounds capably. You know, so... like, Josh Hart is a different kind of small forward. He plays much taller. I feel like he's pretty similar to Royce, except Josh Hart can actually keep up with guards. Need a backup big. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying with Naz Reid. He'd be the guy you probably go for. So, 5:19 to play in this second quarter. The lead is 22. 62 conceded already. If we can keep him under 75 and continue on our offensive, you know, with our offensive shooting stretch here, which has been pretty good, then we have hope. So, Tatum is being defended well by Joe Harris there. Wide up top, picked up by Curry, shoots over the top. Like, seriously, what are you supposed to do? They're just... like, I guarantee you Derek White is not doing that in his sleep. Joe to Dayron, back to Joe. Doesn't shoot the 3 in the corner. Curry now picked up by White. Curry cannot shake off White. Royce going to roll it back out. Kyrie gets it now, top of the key. Want to shoot. Step back 3. Was he not fouled? It was a good block. Okay. I thought there was a bit of a hit on the arm, but I obviously was seeing things. So 25-point game. Like, you can be mad about certain things, but they're just shooting contested threes, doing isolations, and they're still scoring it. White drives on Curry, gets into the paint, and what are they seriously doing? They're just easily able to get into the paint. We actually got some good stops for a while, but then Jacques Vaughn brings in Clax. Joe was ready to shoot, and he knocked it down. Joe's actually playing a good game. Apart from the defense, which is awfully suspect, but I could say the same about every single player on the floor. So Tatum gets it here. Oh, come on, dude. We're going to get a foul on the floor. Royce tried to knock it out of Tatum's hands. So Tatum on the outside picked up by Royce. Like, this matchup is not going to work. You have to have Tatum picked up by Clax. Tatum, spin. Oh my god, that's saucy. Falling to the deck. Scores for 2 off the window again. Excellent spin move to get past the defender. It's excellent offensive craft. Joe. Oh, for God's sake. Good move by Joe. Tried the little flip with the reverse, but it didn't go down. And now White over Dayron. That's another 2. Like, oh my life. You can't afford to run this lineup, dude. Royce into the paint. Off the glass, that's good for 2. Oh, was that? He's a little bit ginger here, Royce. We can't afford that. Oh my god, are you taking the piss? I think there's another... No. It should have been a continuation, I reckon, but they're not saying it is. We've got a timeout, and probably to see the welfare of Royce, because he did land a bit awkwardly and was a bit slower to get up than usual. JV trying everybody. Well, quite frankly, I don't think there's anyone that's seriously putting up a good fight. The Celtics, unfortunately, just have the Nets number with or without KD, a big team that can play defense and shoot threes. We can play defense if we had Ben and KD in there. You know, we've held the Celtics to under 110 both times we've played them. The problem is, in those games, the offense was shithouse. And the Celtics don't have smart. Pull out the starters and regroup for the next game. I think we're gonna play until the third, like the end of the third. If the third quarter, it looks like we're done. If we don't get it under 15 by the end of the third quarter, then we're just gonna call it quits. But like at this point in time, it's got to be a consideration. But we've got 2 days off after this, so it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make any form of sense to not play this this group of players, because they're going to get some, a good break under their belt at the conclusion of this game. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support by liking the stream. And if you're new, make sure to subscribe if you want to stay notified for when I go live next, which will be the next Nets game against the Wizards. Another game which, quite frankly, I'm a bit scared about. I've said that phrase way too much, quite frankly. But what was I also going to say? Oh, yes. In the description, there is a link to mid-season awards. And if you haven't voted, make sure to do so. If there is enough votes, I will do an awards show sometime in the All-Star break, if you want to tune in for that. But for the moment, we're getting flogged. This is very bad. We need KD back. This is what I urge you to do if you're a Nets supporter in the chat right now. Do not panic or overreact. We're missing our whole wing rotation against a team that are full of wings. Tatum, Brown, Williams. You know, like it's like it was never going to be easy, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad. So currently the score sits at 71-45, a 26-point game. If the Lakers could beat them, then the Nets should be able to beat them. The Lakers didn't even... Well, they should have won. But they, yet again, they also had their best team in. They had LeBron, they had AD. You can slate Ben all you want, but he would have been a huge addition to this game if we had him. I guarantee you we wouldn't be down 26 if Ben was playing. We forced the miss on one end, and now we've got to get a bucket here. Kyrie is doubled. He gets it to Royce. Joe is open for three. Give it to him. We didn't zing the ball around quickly enough. And now the Celtics, White, Horford. Uh-oh. So we got Sharp and Clax on the floor to compensate for our lack of size. Brown on the outside, picked up by Clax. 3 over the top. That's long. Get the rebound. Good work, Dayron. And now Royce. Gonna bring it up. Got it on the wing. Picked up by Robert Williams. And now Kyrie on the wing. Back to Royce. Catch and shoot 3. Is off. Rebound, Dayron. Blocked on the putback. See, Dayron... Oh my god, that was saucy. Tatum wasn't even looking at Williams and just knew where he was. That's where the chemistry comes into play. And that was smooth, but Dayron's got to play to his strengths here. If he's going to get the offensive rebound, he's just got to kick it out. Because every single time he gets an offensive rebound, he tries to put it back up, and the percentage of him scoring isn't great. Royce once again with a brick. And there's no one under the basket to even fight for the offensive board. So, 28-point game. Tatum on the outside. Trying to dance on Kyrie. Pass to Williams. Out to Brown. Down the middle. Good work by the Nets. They collapsed the defense. And it will be Celtics on the side. Brown lost it mid-air, but it went off Nets' hands. And now it will be... Celtic ball with about a minute to go. And, oh my god, that is atrocious. Who the fuck? Dayron! You can't be serious. And just like that, my stream's buffered. Oh my god, you know what? It's probably for the better, to be honest. Down 31. I don't even... And I've just seen that it's 34 now. Excellent news. They've scored another 3-point off Tatum. Royce for 3. That's off. Bro, I don't even know what the point is of Royce chucking up 3s, man. Far out. This is an absolute joke. We actually played a decent enough offensive quarter and still managed to get outscored. Tatum cross. Gets through. Tatum lost it. Somehow got it back. And there's a shot clock violation involved. So we actually forced the shot clock violation. Whew. That 2K score. Yeah, well... It's almost like the Celtics put us on beginner difficulty because they couldn't actually beat us normally. Well, they can, but... That's going to be the half. It's almost like, yeah, we got put on beginner difficulty and we've clearly just been walloped. To no one's surprise. This is embarrassing on national TV. Well... Yeah, it's, yeah. I don't even know what to say. What's your contact for a business opportunity? I'm not even remotely interested. Yeah, I don't really care enough. But yeah, look, what an atrocious first half. Concede nearly 80 and score under 50. Um, so that basically sums up shit offense, shit defense. No KD, no competitive game, honestly, unless you're going against the Lakers. Well, wait, hang on. Like you said, it's not a full Nets squad. Would like to see more of Cam. Well, Cam, I don't know why he got sent to the bench. His offensive punch is exactly what we needed, but like, it just doesn't make any sense why we sent him to the bench. Have not even seen Utah make a shot. He hasn't even gotten run. I don't know why we haven't just given him a crack, because seriously, what is there to lose? We're playing Joe and Royce. Joe's been good. Royce has been useless. He's been a traffic cone on defense, and offensively he's been chucking up bricks in a game where we need offense. Let's have a look at the box score. You can see the offense is shit. And even despite us shooting 27% overall, we actually shot it decently in the second quarter, which speaks volumes about how bad we were in the first. How did the first quarter go down? We better not even speak about that. Yeah, getting outscored by 30 isn't fun, I have to say. Shooting it poorly overall. Cam Thomas with 10 off the bench and he got 9 minutes. I mean, I swear it wasn't 9 minutes, but now that I think about it, probably better he got a break. How were they able to pull away by so much? Well, they scored their first 8 3-pointers and we were jacking up bricks. I remember the one game KD was mad at O'Neal for not playing defense on Donovan. Royce is better guarding taller, less mobile forwards. Kyrie's got 11, but look at the efficiency. I mean, no one's efficient except Joe. Royce has attempted 6 threes. He's got to stop shooting him. He's gotten so many open looks and has not punished once. So inconsistent, dude. How has Utah only played 4 minutes? Dayron's played 12, understandably, because we have no bigs. But I don't want to hear any Ben Simmons slander from this point on. Because I know he's shit. I know he sucks. I've said it before. I don't sugarcoat it. I get frustrated watching him. But in a game like this, we needed him to play. Kyrie is a team worst, negative 33. That is appalling. Utah, I understand he's a negative plus minus, but he played 4 minutes and he's a negative 3. The fort was being held up with him on the floor. Cam, negative 11. He got more minutes. Seems like the more minutes you get, the worse your plus minus is. Because we're just no resistance. And that is with us, or not one player, possessing more than 2 personal fouls. We've only conceded 6 personals in the entire first half, and we've conceded 79 points. So either that is just purely, it's just purely way too easy. There's been no discipline. There's been no physicality. The 6 personal fouls can mean 2 things. It means you've been disciplined, or you haven't been physical enough. We haven't been physical enough. It's that simple. Nothing has been difficult for the Celtics. We've been soft. We've gone to the line 5 times. We've attempted 22 first half threes and not shot it well. You look at Boston. And in the 2 games we've played Boston, Tatum has been contained somewhat. In this game, he scored 23. 4 of their starters have 10 or more. And every single one of them are 50% or better from the field. Nearly every one of them has scored a 3. And the only person who hasn't is shooting an excellent percentage from the field nonetheless and has 9 rebounds. 4 their players have 5 or more boards as well. Shooting the ball at excellent shooting splits. They've made 13 threes. They've had 31 rebounds to our 14. We simply have not done enough in any department. And when you need to box out, we've given away 6 offensive boards. We've only conceded or forced 2 turnovers. Also not going to help you. We have been responsible. We've been responsible, but that's because we haven't even had the ball. At the same time, Ben has the want to play his team needed him tonight. I don't even know the extent of what his supposed injury is, but a game like this, you can't rest him for. You've got to just bite the bullet and let him play. The game is washed. Or no, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. The game is donezo. We got the deficit down to 22. That's as close as we got. And that's it. I hope your channel progresses well. Thank you for your time and all. No worries. Thank you for tuning in. And I hope you are enjoying the content. Thank you for all your support. If you are enjoying the stream, not as much as the game, obviously, because the game fucking stinks. It's boring. I mean, it'd be awesome if we were winning by 34, but if you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new. We're going to be back in a couple of days. We'll be back in a couple of days for Nets Washington, but it's just a bit of a shambles, isn't it? I mean, if you have any other thoughts about the game, make sure to put those in the chat as well. And we also have a link for mid-season awards. If you haven't done it yet, check the description out for those, or for the link. So yeah. But right now, the defense sucks. And in a game where, well, we need to come back facing a 34-point deficit, we're going to need to... Man, I don't even know what you possibly do in this scenario. Because it's probably... If we were to come back and win this, it would be the biggest comeback probably in history. I don't think there would be any other games that match this. Down 30 after 1, down 34 after 2. Celtics pouring in buckets. Hard to see Nets defense picking up any intensity. All I want to see... They scored 30 in the first? No, they scored 46 in the first and were up 30. And we were talking about this before. We talk about us conceding 30 in a quarter. Well, no, we were down 30 in a quarter. And it was 1 point shy of the worst deficit we've ever faced after one quarter. So, yeah. I did see a little report, though, that Cam Reddish had a little bit of beef with the assistant coach. He was getting a little bit unhappy. He showed displeasure towards a lack of playing time, and he hasn't played since. So yeah, I mean, if there's an opportunity to get someone like that in, I'll tell you what, if we had Cam Reddish, I'm not saying he's going to change the game, but he would help us out a hell of a lot more if we had more wings. It's just like, this was the worst game you could have 3 wings out for. Nets settling for too many threes. Well, it's almost like we went into 2K, the 2K game menus, or player customization on My League, and buffed up everyone's 3-point tendency to 99. That's what it felt like, especially in the first quarter. I definitely do not think the game is boring. We're scouting the competition at this point. Well, yeah, that's true. But I don't think, well, the defense against Boston isn't going to always be this bad. Like, we've played abysmally. But as I said, it's because we simply don't have wings and we're playing a team that is built off like excellent defense that can guard multiple positions and can shoot the ball. There's so many 3-and-D players on that Boston team. I mean, Tatum is a superstar. Jaylen Brown is an excellent partner in crime. They can both do a bit of everything on offense. And then they've got perfect complementary pieces around him. Marcus Smart isn't even playing in this game. But he's obviously not a wing. They're scared and soft. They're my team, but it's the truth. Celtics aren't scared at all. Weight room. Well, yeah, as I said, these players, we've got like the players on the floor that defensively suck. Or defensively are so inconsistent. Like we're so short-handed that we've had to play Dayron and Clax at the same time. And please tell me any alternate scenario where that would have to be the case. Where we'd have to call on Dayron to play the 4 or Clax to play the 4. I don't even know which one of them is playing the 4 because they both can't shoot. Dayron can hit a 3-pointer, but very sparingly. He can't hit him at a high volume. Yeah. But yeah, the issue right now is just there's not enough weapons offensively tonight. Like we talked about Royce and Joe and Seth needing to step up. I mean, look. Seth hasn't made a 3. Royce has made 1. Joe's made 3. Disregarding Joe, because I think he's been good offensively. He's our 3rd best scorer, which is a bit nuts. A bit mad, but Seth and Royce have combined for 4 of 13 from the field and 1 of 8 from 3. I mean, if your starters are doing that and you've conceded 80, then good luck. It's gonna... I mean, mentally, I'd be down on confidence. I definitely wouldn't come out the break in the second half and provide a drastic difference with my play because usually it happens on a game-by-game basis, not a quarter-by-quarter basis. We just need Kyrie to have a 68-point fourth quarter and we're back in business. I'll tell you what, I don't even think a 68-point fourth quarter would get it done with this defense. But third quarter's about to get underway. And God help me because I feel like it's just piling on the pain at this point. But we've got Washington, LA, Phoenix, Chicago, Philly, and then the Knicks and the Heat as the final games before the All-Star break. So if you want to tune in for those, make sure to subscribe so you're notified. I agree. It's almost like the Celtics were trying to take their will in the first half. All we need to do in the second half, I just want to see fight. If we can outscore them in this second half, I mean, at least we have a little bit of pride. But like, that was an abysmal first half. I don't even know what you say at halftime. I feel like Jacques Vaughn will be positive, though. He won't accept it, but he also won't be the kind of guy to, doubt these players. He'll trust their ability to, at least put up a fight in the second half, I do feel. Like, Jacques Vaughn is stern but reasonable. And I feel like that's what we've needed. KD was here, it would be a 19-point game. Yeah, probably. Probably. We've been dominated. Kyrie. Royce, you have to hit the 3. Good ball fake. Joe, ball fake, mid-range, moving off. See, like those looks you've got to make because in the first quarter they were making those in their sleep. Tatum drive, lost his dribble, got it back, doubled, bounce pass to no one in particular, and Seth Curry is going to be fouled by Williams. So an early foul. This is not on JV. It's not on everyone or anyone. I mean, the team sucked, but it's a number of players playing a role that they probably shouldn't. Like, there's no clear person to guard Tatum. There's no clear person to guard Brown. One switch by Clax in the pick and roll means that either we've got no good defenders on the outside or no one to box out on the inside. Curry for three in the corner. That somehow rimmed out. It was halfway down and yet again, fortune not in our hands and Brown makes a three. That is just rubbish. Brown knocks down a three swish and we have one that rattles out somehow. Kyrie, drive, cross, nearly lost the ball, got it back, the spin. Oh my god. How has that worked? I think Kyrie bounced past it off Joe Harris's foot. Oh no, Clax's foot. It ended up in the lap of Joe Harris in the corner and he's knocked down another three. So we're playing 3-2 zone. Brown just lost it. Kyrie in transition. Derek White just hit the deck. And he's a bit sore, but he got up. It can still be entertaining. Yeah, sure. I mean, if that's the silver lining we want to get out of it, then sure. But we're going the 3-2 zone, which I don't know why we didn't see this in the second quarter when it clearly wasn't working. Tatum misses the three over Clax, and now Kyrie the other way. Get it to Joe. Three in rhythm. Off. Clax the board. Kick out. Royce, wide open. Royce, dude, what is he on the floor for? Get Utah out there or someone. Williams in the post. On Roy, or picked up by Royce. Williams scores the hook shot. Like, that is ridiculous. Clax cannot be picking up Horford on the outside. Clax needs to be on the interior at all times if we're going to play 3-2 zone again. Clax takes Horford off the dribble and blew the layup, but he got pushed. We got a foul. Boston scouting is very elite. Look at how they built an all-round complete roster from top to bottom. They have 3-and-D guys, high IQ guys, athletic and young guys, size and elite shooters. Well, yeah, they've got a little bit of everything, and it's been through the draft. It's been through free agency signings. It's been through smart mid-season trades. I mean, Horford in free agency? No, that was off a trade, wasn't it? Clax makes free throw one. Derek White, there was a mid-season trade there. They didn't really give up too much capital for him. You know, Pritchard, he can come off the bench and do a gig. Yeah, he can properly hold his own. Robert Williams in the draft. He's been nurtured well. Grant Williams, the same thing. You know, it's all... Yeah, it's just been really smart. Brown in the corner. He's wide open. He literally cannot miss. I don't know what his shooting percentages are, but he has been absurd from the outside, dude. Clax, Joe into the paint. The kick out for Curry in the corner. He's wide open and he knocks it down. We're getting a lot of open looks, so the shots are there, but unfortunately the defense just continues to be non-existent. We might as well have 5 on the bench on a defensive possession. Royce gets the rebound after Tatum missed the 3. Cross-court pass to Curry. Gets past Williams. Curry shoots over Tatum. Missed it. Clax got the offensive rebound. He's going to post up. Joe in the corner. Gets past the closeout. Kyrie passing around the perimeter. Royce goes baseline and got hit on the head on the baseline drive. It's going to be 2 shots with 8:11 to play in the third. So, yeah, that's a big hit on the head. Robert Williams trying to go for the block. Obviously, he's got that mentality on every single defensive possession that he can block anybody. Royce makes free throw 1. And look, the only thing that I'm clinging onto with regards to our chances of potentially coming back is that game years ago where the Nets, away from home against the Kings, came back from 28 down. Oh, nearly forced the steal. Brown over Joe. Like, it's a joke. You literally can't defend him. Joe has a fucking hand in his face. He's smothering him, and he still scores. What a load of crap. Kyrie into the paint. Foul. Got it. +1. And Kyrie, very crafty. Very nifty move. Quick crossover. Tatum. Williams, I don't know who gets the foul there or picked up the foul, but what I do know is that Kyrie is going for an and one opportunity here at the free throw line to get it down to 30. Just reminds me of that meme where, what does it say? It's like Chris Paul makes jump shot to get the deficit down to 42 or something from that Phoenix-Dallas series. It's giving me serious vibes to this. Shooting clinic by Brown. Man's in the zone. At some point, you just can't, like, fault it. He can't miss. White in the corner. Brown with the feed. The 3 is off. Oh, that is a joke. That is an absolute joke. Kyrie mistimes the jump. Clax was flat-footed. Tatum was on the move. Gets the rebound. Clax. Oh, my God. What a take by Clax. Kyrie with the pass from the 3-point line to give us 2 points on that possession, but yet again, fucking useless if you can't get a stop. And it needs to start with the rebounding pursuit. Corner for Horford, 3 over Clax. Another 3, like, what is this rubbish? They're just hitting every fucking shot. I'm telling you, it's on 2K beginner difficulty. Like, this is ridiculous. Royce. Kyrie, change of direction. He's got it in the corner. He's got Horford on him. Gets in the paint. Lost the ball. And we've got a foul. Or a shot clock violation? I don't know. What? How the fuck was a foul in there? You can't be serious. Yeah, Clax didn't even get his feet off the ground on that rebound a few possessions ago. Someone check the rims or the ball for regulation size. This is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, I can tell you that. And honestly, your name is really summing things up with regards to, you know, the kind of feel Jaylen Brown is getting on the offensive end. His shooting's wet like water at the moment. Wet like water. Let's have a look at the box score. I don't even think I have anything to say about the Nets. I've already, you know, I've said it all. I've exhausted everything there is to say about this team in this game. Yep, and then just look at Boston. Just a casual 24 for Jaylen Brown and 7 of 9 from 3. Tatum with a casual 25. Robert Williams with 14 and 8 in 18 minutes. No fuss. Al Horford with 3 of 4 from 3. Just casual. Yeah, and just shooting a casual 64.5% from the field and 59% from 3 on 30 shot attempts. Just casual. You know, it's just normal. You know. They just do this for fun. This is just, I don't even know why you're questioning this. This is just normal. I don't even have any words to say. What's Brown's plus minus? Oh God, I don't even want to check the plus minus. But let's have a look anyway, just for educational purposes. Slow reveal. Oh, God. Plus 30. That's not even the best. Jason Tatum's got a plus 41. The amazing thing is, off the bench, Grant Williams has played 14 minutes and he's a net rating of 0. In a game, they're up 33. And in previous games, he's been the key to their victories. But, oh, no words, dude. Oh, dude. I don't have anything to say. This is like when you use custom sliders in 2K. They're making everything in this game. Should be investigated, I think, every time the Nets get the ball. They change it without them knowing. Well, yeah, they're obviously rigging the ball with something. Someone on the Celtics bench is activating a switch which is magnetizing the ball to the rim. And then they're just turning it off for our possessions. Pretty smart in hindsight. Up 33, living the life. How many threes the Celtics got? We just checked it, but they've got 17. Williams under the basket. Oh, come on. You're just making shit up at this point. Give us a chance. Your will to continue is damn impressive. This is tough to watch, let alone call. Well, we got to be committed to the cause, don't we? What are they fucking on about? They're on something, bro. Yeah, thank you. They nearly pulled a shooting foul out their ass there. Isn't had a bit of a case, but I don't even know. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to indicate your support, like the show, and if you're new and want to stay notified, make sure to subscribe for more of this. Well, hopefully not more of this, but more of this. Jaylen Brown picked up by Curry on the wing. Cross, 2 to shoot. Brown thought he was fouled. He missed it, but guess what? We can't get the fucking rebound. Oh my life! A foul where? Oh, you can't be fucking serious, dude. Rebound Williams with 3 players under the basket. We properly swatted... Or Clax properly swatted him. But where's the foul? They've probably called that on Kyrie, haven't they? That's fucked. How has he gotten free throws for that? Oh, you're just making it up. Seriously, 30 fucking 4 points down and you're still calling rubbish. Do they have the same referee that they had for the Celtics-Lakers game? Because if so, like, seriously, get him off it. I need to just double check that. Kyrie to Seth on the wing. High screen Royce. Drive and kick. Royce now to Clax in the middle. Curry. 3 over Tatum. Oh my god, an air ball? Are you fucking joking? What is he doing on the floor, dude? How have we gone a full fucking 6 minutes with... That's why nobody takes us seriously. I just have to say to you, just calm down on this. If this is seriously the gauge for whether we're taken seriously or not, then... Man, we have no hope. Tatum's wide open. Royce under the screen again, and somehow Tatum, with 15 seconds to think about the shot going in, he missed it. Kyrie, acceleration, mid-range, got it. Man, Jacques Vaughn will play Kyrie for like the next 10 minutes in a row, knowing him. White is left wide open. What is Kyrie doing? Giving him 5 fucking feet of space to let that one fly as well. Kyrie behind the back, lost the ball, got it back, behind the back again, gets through. Oh man, how on earth has he done that? Quite frankly though, a difficult 2 to compensate for conceding a wide open 3. I'm not buying it. Horford, Joe bats it away. Good work by Joe. They got 10 to shoot. They had to fetch the ball in the backcourt. Brogdon, what is Kyrie doing? Kyrie just needs to go to the bench. Seriously, he just... so disengaged. He did not even chase up his defensive assignment on that possession. Kyrie for a deep 3, lets it fly. That's off. He is... Kyrie, I'll tell you what, he's had a shit ton of good games recently, but this is one of his worst. Royce took a shot. Tatum missed it. No call, of course. Kyrie. Royce. Joe. Good drive. Extra bounce pass to Clax. Good take. Got to kick it out, Clax. Nope, he goes himself and scores off the window. He did well to maneuver his way out of trouble. And he scores that one for 2. The fact that the Celtics still have their starting 5 on the floor, a bit cancerous by them. Up 34. Brown misses the 3. Rebound Royce. The only thing that gives me, well, possibly gives this team any hope of winning after Royce drains a 3 after the timeout is called, is the fact that the Celtics could easily just, like, fall asleep. They could be, like, they could go through the motions so badly that we somehow come back. But even still, how are you going to outscore a team in the last quarter by 34 points? Celtics are a bunch of tryhards. Well, you don't blame them. If anything, it's respecting us as a team. Because they know that we play hard. We're a team that's been performing recently on demand. So you've got to bring the heat. And Boston have been relentless and shown no mercy. Credit to them. But yeah, right now I just have nothing to say, don't I? Damn, that's staggering. So back in the first quarter, when we were down 41-13, at that stage in the game with 2.5 minutes left in the first, the Celtics had 41, obviously, and the Nets had 13. But Tatum had 18, so he was outscoring the Nets. And Jaylen Brown was only getting outscored by 1. So he had 12 at that stage in the game. And we had 13. So, embarrassment. Regardless, look, the hope is lost. Yeah. I don't even have any words. Let's go on a 43 run. I wish. Easier said than done. What can you say? It's a crime scene. It is a crime scene. It is a bloodbath. It's left a right old mess. So, look, the good thing is that I'm not going to be stressed out for the rest of this stream. The bad thing is we're the victims. Okay. Alrighty. So, side out for the Nets. Cam is in the game, about fucking time. Dayron's in the game. Morris in the other corner. High screen set. Nope, not going to use it. Cam catch and shoot three is well off. Cornet with the rebound. It would make zero sense for this Nets team to play the starting five the rest of the way. Brown looking for an alley-oop, and Tatum. Imagine still playing Tatum and Brown. So fucking cringe. So cringe. But yeah, we've got Utah, Cam, Kyrie, Dayron, Morris. Celtics got Cornet, Brogdon. Oh my goodness, Dayron over the top of Luke Cornet. Nice little dunk. But Celtics have got their two best players on the floor still. We got Kyrie out there. Brogdon, Cornet, and White round out the five for Boston. Like, why has Utah been on the bench that long? Derek White misses the three. Utah was pretty poor in that rotation, a bit half asleep, but yeah. So 2 minutes to play. Cam in a switch. He's doubled. Pass to Morris. They cut that one off well. Dayron's going to post up Cornet. Hook shot is off. And rebound Jaylen Brown. Off hands. Brown, three in rhythm. He's done that all game long, but that one sits on the top of the backboard. And a miss. So it will be Nets ball. We have a little stoppage in play. Kyrie to the bench. That's probably it for him. But knowing Jacques Vaughn will probably bring Kyrie back in for a random-ass stint in, the final 6 minutes maybe. Cam. Going to drive down the middle. The kick out to Mills in the corner. The three is well short. Good contest. Dayron set the screen to free him up, but no good. Tatum behind the back. White is wide open. Gets past the closeout. Tatum, top of the key, was wide open. It is like they're playing in first gear and still getting open looks. It's basically a training run at this point. They're shooting 54% on 35 made three-pointers. That pass is wayward. Oh my god, dude. Tatum did this weird ass, like helicopter pass. It was like as he was meeting the ball, he spun around and flicked the ball forward for Jaylen Brown to run onto. He's going to get a foul his way. It's going to be a couple of shots. In the final minute of this third quarter. Why am I putting myself through this? We're down 36 now with that made free throw. Good night watching from the Bahamas. What a beatdown by the Celtics. Outstanding stream. Well, I'm happy the stream lived up to expectation, but the same cannot be said for this team, man. I expected a battle. Do you think after games like this, the players look over at Ben in fury, even their coach thinks Ben is faking an injury? Well, see, that has to be a foul. Cam Thomas is fouled by Cornet on the closeout on the three. It's going to be 3 shots. See, that is merely an assumption. That's people on Twitter, and that's the media saying that because Jacques Vaughn said words that hint at something, he meant something. And unless he explicitly states that he's slating Ben and he's disappointed with disappointed with the conservative approach he's taking, especially when we need him on the floor, that's when I will buy it. That's when I'll agree with that statement. That even his coach wants him or his coach thinks he's faking an injury. I literally don't buy into shit unless I know for a fact it is. It's simple, like, media headline baiting if you are saying something that wasn't actually vividly stated. Morris gets it to Mills. Brown missed the three. Can't say that a lot today. Or haven't said it a lot. Cam in rhythm. The three is an air ball. Oh my god. So the scoreline is 107-72. The Boston Celtics are going to hold for one final possession of the third. It's a 3-2 zone that we're running yet again. Tatum in a one-on-one. Shoots over Utah. With 2.7 to play, knocks down the three like it's nothing, and that'll do it. We somehow fucking turned it over on the inbounds. Somehow. The game, like, the life has been sucked out of the game. And yet, this three-quarter time margin is actually the biggest lead of the game. And we've got a full 12 minutes to endure. But honestly, yeah, let's change the topic. Let's not even talk about the game. If I could have one of the Celtics or Nets players' hairdos for a day, who would I choose? Oh, fuck, that's a tough decision. There's a lot of dudes with buzz cuts on the team. Don't even know. There's a lot of buzz cuts between Horford, Williams, KD, Kyrie. Yeah. That's a tough decision. I mean, I'd like to hear what you would have to say on that one. I definitely couldn't rock a Robert Williams type haircut. That wouldn't be humanely possible. Without KD, we are a mediocre team. Some trades have got to happen. While the trade thing I do agree with, because I feel like there's a bit of imbalance there still, but games, if this is the game, if this is a game where you're using it as a gauge to talk about the Nets' ability or capacity to take on the Celtics and compete, well, you're mistaken, because as I said, and I've said it numerous times in the stream, we don't have a full team. We literally just bring in the wing rotation and we probably have a ball game. We've had a relatively competitive couple of games with the Celtics when we were fully healthy, and even without. We only lost by 11 in the last meeting, and that was with Ben playing. Was it with Ben playing, actually? I don't actually know, but I would want Collins, Nas Reed, and trade Royce. We won't be trading Royce, I can tell you that much. Nas Reed makes sense. John Collins, no thank you. Getting John Collins wouldn't make an awful lot of sense. He can stretch the floor, but I feel like what we're trying to get out of a wing is, what we're trying to see in a wing is not what John Collins displays. Forget the haircut, JV's beard. Well, yeah, he's let it grow out, and it's showing off the wisdom now, but yeah. I would want Jason Tatum's cut. Yeah, he's got a pretty fresh look. No, if you're a real one, you want Luke Cornett's. You want Luke Cornett's haircut. That trim was voted the number one trim in the NBA, believe it or not. From reliable NBA sources such as Woj. Pritchard is now in the game for his first action. Cornett, the kick out of Williams. Patty Mills looking like a fucking bird trying to close that one out. He was absolutely flying for the shot contest, and all he did was make himself look like a clown. Williams knocks down the 3. We have exceeded the well, I was going to say 30, 40-point threshold. Dayron with a strong take and a dunk. But yeah, we've exceeded the 40-point threshold. And this game gets even more boring. Pritchard on the outside. I don't know what's going on under the basket there. That's what happens when you play zone. You sort of can get caught in two minds as to who to pick up. Because it looked like Dayron was thinking, I need to cover the corner 3, but I also need to watch Cornet under the basket. And that's probably on Morris for not peeling across. Mills, Dayron again, another dunk. And he's becoming a bit of a dunk merchant in this game, but you know what? If we can get a little bit of offense, that'd be nice. Cornet, the kick out, Williams is wide open. And he missed the 3. So Dayron with the rebound. Nobody is a full team. Everybody is dealing with injuries. Well, I'm simply saying that we don't have any wings, any power forwards that would be able to cope or help us cope better with this defense. TJ Warren, Ben, KD. The problem today has been switchability. Because we've gotten cooked on the perimeter, cooked on the interior because we can't get rebounds and or can't, you know, we don't have any level of resistance to stop their drives. Like, everywhere has been a weakness because those wings are out. Our defense is so reliant on switching that the minute you get rid of the wings, then it gets a little bit dicey. Ben can guard 1 through 5. KD can probably guard 1 through 5. So there's your problem. We could definitely do with Ben distributing the ball too. Well, yeah. He's a playmaker at heart, and Kyrie likes to get the ball at about the 17-second mark. And he sort of plays a little bit off the primary ball handler because we know he's good. Wait, Dayron with the offensive rebound, he missed it. Cornet took a shot in the face. But yeah, you know, Kyrie would have probably had a little bit less stress put on him. Bro, the cheese on that. Cam nearly conceded an offensive rebound to Peyton Pritchard. Cam accelerates. He missed a layup. That was a wild attempt. And we got a lot of back and forth. And Pritchard misses the 3. They get the board, but they threw it away. And then Morris threw it away. Like, Brogdon easy 3. Like, that is just so dumb. Like, who in their right mind decides to launch a pass right into traffic? Very clear that, what's his name, established positioning. Who was it? I think it was Brogdon. He's standing right in the path of where you were sending the ball. Why would you try it? Unrelated to the game, what's your go-to ice cream? I'd have to say vanilla. Pretty boring like that, but vanilla. Or cookies and cream. You can't go wrong with that. Never. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support and like the show. And subscribe if you are new. We will be doing the next Nets game and all the games up until the All-Star break. If you haven't voted for the mid-season awards, make sure to go ahead and do that. Chris Wood, Nas Reed, and somebody that can defend. Chris Wood in no one's... If Chris Wood was let go by Dallas, you'd have to really question the integrity of that team. Yeah. Because Chris Wood is like basically one of the only players holding up the Mavericks outside of Luka. Like that game the other day where they beat the Pistons, they scored 111 points and Luka scored 53. Like the ultimate carry, with Dinwiddie being the next best, the second option having scored 12 points. Suns are still shopping Jay Crowder, but they're asking for so much, like a first. The NBA is a short supply of power forwards. I wouldn't say that. If anything, I'd say there's more than ever because you've got players that are more versatile now. Like Karl Anthony Towns would traditionally be a center, but he's played this season as power forward and probably is capable enough to do the job. You've got like small forwards that can play power forward and center as well. Like realistically, if the Celtics wanted to, they wouldn't, but they could play Tatum at the 5 and they wouldn't be affected one bit. Preferred Dacos? Tough one, because they're both smooth operators. Really like Josh Dacos, but I would say probably... It's probably Josh now, but it will be Nick soon. Quality power forwards. Yeah, that one you could possibly argue your point for. That said, Tatum, KD, LeBron. Is AD a power forward? You could say that. Celtics just got an extra point, probably from a 2 being converted to a 3, which is complete and utter dog shit, given we're down 42. Showing no form of sympathy. We're going to get shots at the 8:55 minute mark. And right now, it's just a slow, steady decline to the finish line. With 9 minutes to play. There's not much hope. Blake Griffin is in the game. That's when you know that we're really in a dark time in this game. Slow death. Yeah, you could say that again. I've probably been dead inside since the end of the first quarter. Actually, I was dead inside when we were down 20-3. Pritchard to Williams, and our Pritchard top of the key shoots a deep 3 over Utah. Long rebound, Cornet. He just lost the ball unprovoked, and Dayron is there. Sumner gonna drive, blocked by Cornets, and they break out in transition. It's a 3-on-4 the Nets' way. Williams, Jesus Christ, they are toying with us at the moment. This could be a 50-point loss. We're shooting 25% from 3. And they have scored 23 threes at a 50% clip. I mean, that alone is accounting for a huge part of the deficit. They've got Sam Hauser in the game. They've got Justin Jackson in the game. Blake Griffin, Pritchard, and Cornet. Paddy's in the game for the Nets. Why aren't we playing like our two-way players? Is David Duke on assignment? Utah doesn't shoot the 3. Mills in the corner. Fucking hell. Like, usually I'm pretty energetic when I signal the 3, but even that is like a chore in itself. Hauser's automatic. And he knocks down the 3 over Sumner. I'm actually really enjoying this because now I want you guys to put in the chat what you think the deficit is going to be at the end of this game. What's going to be the margin at the end of this game? Cam bricks the 3. Cornet is poaching under the basket. He was on Cam Thomas. It's a 49-point game. We have 7.5 minutes to play. Sumner, Dayron, looking for a handoff. He gets it to Cam. High screen. Cam, step back 2, is off. 200 to 100. Honestly, we could be on track for it. Hauser again. He's automatic. He missed the three big time. Just looked it up. Worst Nets loss is 52. Happened in the 78-79 season. Wow. And for context, the worst loss against Boston twice, 37 points. We're getting flogged by way more than that. Last time it happened was in the 88 season. So, must have been a dark time for the Nets in the late 70s throughout the 80s. But yeah, in the chat, put your predictions as to what you think the final score is going to be. Honestly, it could be like a fat 60-point loss. Yeah. All right, well, how do we come back from this? Well, we just play the next game. It's actually that simple. They won't get caught up in this. They're professionals. This was a game. I didn't think the loss was going to be this bad. I knew we were going to lose. We could have had a little chance in there, but with the personnel missing, this was not a good matchup. We've had some decent matchups in the last couple of games, and we've gotten wins because of it, because we've had more class. But like this, I'm not too fazed by this. I'm actually enjoying, like, potentially thinking about how much we can actually lose by. 66-point loss? I reckon we'll push it. Honestly, at this rate, we can't buy a bucket. We're definitely not going to score 100. I reckon we're going to lose this 191. What's the score? 91. Wait, it's 127.78, and we've got 7 minutes. I'm gonna say we score. I'm gonna pin it, and we're gonna see if it comes to life. So the Boston Celtics are 127.78. I think it could be. This is my prediction. I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna pin it, and we're gonna see how close we get. And you can also play along. And we'll see how we go. Who do we play next? Washington. Wow. Okay, well, if you are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support in more ways than one. By liking and subscribing if you are new. This has been ugly. It has been a slow and brutal death. Can't imagine. I mean, like, it's been pedestrian. The life of the game has been sucked right out for, like, the best part of, I reckon, 3/4, honestly. So Cam to Paddy. Gets past Cornet, and the flip is good. So 127.80. Cornet to Pritchard on the outside. Jackson, the switch. Cross-court pass. Pritchard drive. Alley-oop. Pass was errant. And Cornet went through the hands of Cornet. So, Nets ball. Maybe we're just going to get a little bit of offense late, maybe. Sumner for three. That's short. Paddy tried to sneak up from behind, but Hauser was aware. Griffin. Bounce pass to Hauser. The kick out of Pritchard. Jackson lets it fly. That's off. Rebound Sumner. Cam Thomas going to look. Find Utah. Lets it fly, and he's off. But yeah, this is probably the worst game I think this stream has ever witnessed. Like, I certainly don't remember streaming a game where we got blown out this badly. Like, this is embarrassing. Griffin faked the handoff and then airballed the three. So Dayron to Cam. And high screen by Dayron. Cam from the elbow. He got it. And the lead's down to 43. 45, sorry. The Celtics need to be drug tested. Well, yeah. Probably. 3-point shooting by the Celtics today was a bit unhealthy. Like, it shouldn't have been allowed. Kings game was the second blowout. Well, I'll have you know that I actually wasn't streaming that game. I don't remember why. I think I wasn't available for the back portion of it, but... Oh, there we go. Cam with the tip. And the fucking dude that was cleaning the floor didn't vacate, and he nearly died. He nearly died. His life flashed before his eyes. He'd never run so fast in his entire life to get off the floor. And it looks like he was just cleaning up on the, a little bit of, you know, slipperiness on the floor. And, yeah, he basically sprinted at the bench, or toward the bench. So, a little bit of spiciness added to the game, despite being down 44. Utah makes both. But, yeah. He's probably going to go back on the floor, you would assume. But this is just this is a part of the roller coaster season that is the Brooklyn Nets. Hauser lets another three fly and misses. It's just like, these games are going to happen. But yeah, that Kings game, I didn't witness or couldn't watch the back end of the game, so I didn't stream it. But this is probably the first loss in the entirety of doing this that I've been... Yeah, it's just been this bad. And it just happened from the outset. From the very beginning, we got destroyed. We found ourselves down 20-3. And the lead only got larger from that point onwards. Cornet, excellent cut. Jackson down the middle. And that basically sums things up. With the bench unit, with the starters, for the Celtics, they've been able to hold things up. And bench of the starters, we haven't had any resistance. So, it's basically been the same theme all the way around. Mills with a nice moving away from the basket. Is this the worst game in Nets history? I guarantee you there's been worse. You could probably put the whole 12-70 season, like all those years ago, in the books as you know, an album of games where we were rubbish, you know? Yeah. Like, you could go into that season where we won 12 games and pick out 30 games of your choice, and they would all be probably considered the worst game in Nets history. Purely for the embarrassing nature that they all were. So, Cam makes the free throw. Cornet to Hauser for 3. That one is good. I just want to see if my prediction is going to be on point. I said 91-144. Cam, mid-range 2 is good. Okay, so we need to not score anymore. Celtics go on a 12-0 run. Blake feeling pretty good right now. Well, yeah, he jumped ship, and that seems like a smart decision in hindsight at this point in time. Pritchard to Jackson to Cornet. On the wing, picked up by Dayron. Looking for a handoff. Griffin now on the other side. Drives. Lost the ball. Utah. in transition. Cross-court pass to the other corner. Sumner catch and shoot three. He got it, and there goes the prediction. We score 94. And the biggest loss against Boston was 37. So we're 1 point off matching that mark. We've actually gone on a bit of a run late in this game because Hauser's been chucking up threes. But right there, right on cue, scores for two. Uncontested. And it's back up to 40. Cam. Down the middle. He missed it. Rebound Griffin. Bounce past Pritchard into the paint. Stops. Good move. Cornet for two. And you're not going to stop him if you're Cam Thomas, giving up a foot of size. And Sumner to Cam. Gets it to Utah in the corner. Sets the feet. Drive. Floater is no good. And Utah hurt. He's back on that possession. And Hauser missed the three. Pritchard gets the rebound. Utah is still sore. Rubbing his lower back. Pritchard over the top. Knocks it down. And yeah, Utah is a bit ginger. You wouldn't want to see an injury in the final minute or so. Sharp with the spin in the paint. Whips it out to Utah. Pulls up for two. He looked okay on that possession. But 139.96. 43-point deficit. Embarrassing. Wow. So they'll wrap things up here. What a win if you're Boston. What a shithouse performance by the Nets. I'm just going to call it quits there. And let's have a look at the box score as the clock winds down. But yeah, this is the box score. And you can see that Jason Tatum was a plus 46. I mean, that has to be one of the highest plus minuses the whole season. Derek White had 10 rebounds as a point guard. Let that sink in. Tatum with 31. Brown with 26. They never really left first gear. It seemed like everything was effortless. You know, they got contributions from everybody. It was all done in the first half. Shooting was on point. They hit 26 threes. I mean, that's unstoppable. Borderline. 57 rebounds to 32. You can see our shooting was hot garbage. Cam was the only one that rocked up off the bench, and I guess you could say Dayron, who played a lot of garbage time, but the starting five needed to stand up, and Joe was okay, but outside of that, and maybe Kyrie, there wasn't really anyone present tonight. And Nick Claxton is probably incredibly dependent on KD and Ben in a game like this. He needs more support. He can't hold down the fort by himself, and unfortunately, well, the result really speaks for itself, doesn't it? We got absolutely walloped. And yeah, that's basically it. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say. It doesn't really take a genius to work this one out. Turnover counter, Boston had 10, but they barely had any when it really mattered. How many offensive rebounds? 11, so that's not great either. And we had only 5 turnovers on the night. We were pretty disciplined with the fouls, but that said, the reason for that was we didn't even have a chance to foul them. They were scoring all their outside shots, not even attacking the paint. And, you know, if teams drive, you know, at a defender and try to, you know, shoot on the interior, well, usually we're prone to fouling, but given they took a lot of outside shots, then we weren't as prone to giving away fouls, but because they were knocking down all these shots, we got severely punished. But look, that's going to do it. I mean, I've basically, the stream has been over, let's be real, for ages. I'm not even going to really say much more than that. This is one of those games where you basically forget yeah, you forget it existed and you move forward. We can't dwell on this too much. We did have quite a few absences that would have been incredibly handy to combat everything the Celtics gave this game. But yeah, hopefully we can put in a good shift against the Wizards in a couple of days' time. Hope to see you there all. Yeah, hope to see you all there for that one. And make sure to stay safe and stay well in those couple of days between fixtures. But that'll do it from me. Make sure to show your support on the way out, like the stream. And if you're new, make sure to subscribe if you haven't and you want to stay notified and you think you'll tune in. Make sure to do that. But that'll do it from me. I'm done here. I'm done with rambling. Thank God for that. Thank God that's over. And we'll see you in the next one where there's hopefully a better performance in store. Have a good one.